What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cash to Assets Club Pro Call. This is your host, Antonio Freeman. And we're going to wait just a couple of minutes so we get on the call. And we're going to start right away. Today's topic is when value exceeds costs, people will buy. So if you've been having that problem, we're going to make sure and understand why. All right, guys, so here we go. Quick another, and let me know if you guys like the one that I set up. Like I said on last week's call, I want to start creating a video. I'm probably going to produce my own video of some sort to give a stronger message about the road to shore. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Guys, if you're not inviting new people to this call, if you're not inviting people on here, then your business is not growing. It's that simple. So why would we probably not be inviting people on the call? Why would that be a problem? Well, here's an idea right now. Number one, you don't believe in the law of averages. Okay, if you don't believe in the law of averages, then you're gonna run into these types of components where you don't have new people following up with you and not being on the call. You have to do that if you're going to grow. You got to do that. So I had a couple of contacts. I spoke to a gentleman yesterday. His name was Mr. Mohammed, and this gentleman is he's from Ethiopia, and he was with his children. I thought they were his grandchildren because the gentleman was a little older, and his son and daughter was the same age as Zaya, and they were both in the one was in the first grade and one was in the second grade. So I touched bases with him. We spoke, did a follow-up call, and hopefully I can get him down to the meeting on Monday. That's right, I did say Monday. Monday is Labor Day, but guess what? I'm still working. I'm going to hold the meeting. I'm still going to be busy trying to draw prospects, getting that information out there, trying to get people to the meeting and change their lives as I continue to change mine. So I'm not going to be celebrating Labor Day per se. I'm not going to be out there spending tons and tons of money, hundreds of dollars on a holiday that's not bringing anything back to me. So that's going to be part of when I continue soon. Guys, now the subject topic of this, and we're not going to spend too much time on it, but I do want to talk about the body of it. The body of it is value exceeding cost. Here is why you're not getting new people on board, and you yourself may or may not believe 100% in the law of averages. Because if you share the message enough, it will fall on good ground. The message is the seed, and that seed will fall. But when value exceeds cost, people will get excited. So why are we not doing that? I'm giving an example. I just saw on Facebook where a friend of ours back in Santa Maria, his name was Frederick Lewis. Frederick Lewis apparently passed away. Now this just happened within the last day or so. Now I'm not an autopsist. I don't know the autopsy, but supposedly from preliminary information, this gentleman passed away of a heart attack. Now this gentleman was, I think I'm older than he is. And that's scary because I'm in my early 40s, and if this gentleman, I think, was in his late 30s to early 40s, he passed away. He went to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, he went to sleep and he did not wake up. Okay, he went to sleep and he did not wake up. Now, if that was results of a heart condition or a heart attack or anything like that, guys, the average American is stressing over funds and resources today in this country. People are dying every day because mainly of stress. Stressful issues, stressful circumstances, stressful things that are going on in your life that are predominantly contributing to wealth and income. Heart attack and heart condition and heart disease predominantly are attacking the African American male. And not only that, here's another important fact. This is not my opinion, this is a fact. The African American community and the black people in this country, we are at the lowest rate of income per year. Look at the stats. As a whole and as a people, we are at the lowest income bracket as a people. Look it up. You don't have to take my opinion for it. So here's the problem. When we try to discuss things like this for people, because it's our mindset and it's our opportunity, it's the way that we perceive things in life. Because when we get approached with a value, when we get approached with something that's valuable, because of our thinking and the things that we have been accustomed to, we think that everything is a scam. And how does it go? broke, people think everything's a scam. And that's true. Why? Because we don't believe in anything. We have no conviction in anything that's going to bring value to us, because what we know is being comfortable and being poor and being content in an area to where we have no value put on anything other than what we're comfortable with. And that should not be, but it is how it is because what we've decided to do and how we've decided to run our lives. Here's some facts. When value exceeds cost, people get involved. People buy, people do, they move forward. What does that mean? If I can't show you or share with you something that's valuable for you, valuable for your neighbor, valuable for myself, I'm going to use the excuse of cost. See, guys, cost it is a myth. It's made up. Because when people really want something, they will do what they can to get it. Therefore, it must be valuable to them enough to where they will make some other sacrifices. So if in the 70s, when a brand new home was $23,000, and then in the 90s, that same exact home was $123,000, and then today at 2016, that same home that was $23,000 now is nearly $300,000, but we are still purchasing homes because they have a perceived value. Okay, it has a perceived value on it. For those that do not perceive that this to be a valuable offer, you will not then buy a home. Same thing when it goes with a car. You have to understand that a car should be put as a valuable asset, because that vehicle is going to move you from point A to point B to therefore get you in front of more money. To grow your business and to grow your outreach, you need to be in front of things that's going to be contributed to you as a value. People may turn you down in this business because they see it not being a value. Does that make sense? When I talk to people, when I'm doing a discussion and I do a general peek, then I'm inviting them to come to a free workshop to grab some information, because this information will be valuable. You will learn something. You will be able to generate and grab some valuable information that could change the current situation of your life. So as we move through it, and if the person still, maybe not saying that this is a valuable information, and you talk about how we reduce their taxes and take a look at inflation, which is a silent income killer, people have to understand that a quality loaf of bread in the 70s, was 25 cents. 25 cents. Now in the 90s to late 90s, that same quality of bread was nearly $1, but it was more like 75 cents. And here today, to get a quality, go into the grocery stores if you don't believe me, to get a quality loaf of bread. I'm not talking about the dollar brand Equate, which it goes hard in 13 hours. When you pull it out, and it shits hard all over again. But to get a quality loaf of bread, you're going to pay nearly $2.50 to $3 for bread. So if people can't understand that what they're doing, and if their income is not moving at the same pace and rate as inflation, then they do not understand the value of what we're presenting to them. So I hope that can give you some more important ammunition to use when we're out and about. But the last point I wanted to make, I had to look this up just for some clarity because I don't want to say a bunch of stuff that's not true. But I did look and I did some research. You know, the poverty line, and again, when I looked at the stats, it showed that blacks are the lowest income earners per household and individual. And here's a startling thing that got me really upset was the poverty line. The poverty line that they're considering today is $11,000. So basically, that's less than $1,000 a month. That's less than $1,000 a month. But yet we still having problems reaching out to others, including our own people, because of our current mindset and the culture that has been developed from that. So let's take a look at that. Here's why I brought this point up. Let's take a look at that. So $1,000 a year. So number one, you're considered poverty. You're pauper. All right, you're damn near destitute. Okay. Now in our business, we can get people anywhere between $4,000 to $1,000 extra income. So if you put an extra $1,000 of income back into someone's pocket, and they're only making $1,000, less than $1,000 a month, and they're at this poverty line at $11,000 a year, but we show them how to put an additional $1,000 into their pocket, even if it takes them a whole month to put the 7 people in, now they're at $2,000. Now they just moved themselves from $11,000 to $22,000. The average American household, white America, and it states on the stats, this is not me, look it up. The average white American in this country makes $53,000. 53. Now we know so many people that are also living in poverty at 50. So take a look at that. $50,000 and under is our poverty line. But we have a hard time sharing this with people because of a culture and a mindset that we are allowing them to accept. And guys, as the forerunners of a project like this, such as my econ, we are at the front door, so we will have a little more resistance because it's a little more difficult to crunch through. But when we crunch through and we change a culture and a mindset, that's where the glory happens. What I need everyone to understand when we're moving through this is, again, the value of the information that we're giving people has to outweigh the cost. So that's the subject, is when we're presenting this information, it has to be some value. It has to be very valuable to them. So therefore, they can justify spending the money to get involved. Now, we know that it's nothing. We can get it as low as $34, $34.95 to get them involved. We know we can get it down that much. But even when $34 becomes a problem, then you got to think it's not valuable to them. There's no value placed on it. So I'm going to leave you guys with that message there. It's about 7 minutes. I'm going to open it up for any questions or concerns or anything, any message anyone wants to say from this point. So guys, go ahead and open it up. Ask me any questions, or if you had any comments you would like to make, to let me know where you are. I want to give a big shout out to Danny. You've been doing an awesome job with getting all your information solidified, and you continue to move on and stretch beyond me, and you're also doing some more stuff on your own to get your information out there. So that's a great job. Another thing I wanted to cover is, of course, our main subject is when cost exceeds, value exceeds cost, people will buy. And I need you to really understand and own that philosophy, because it is true. Price is a myth. Okay, price is a myth. If someone can't come into this business and we can get it down anywhere between $34.95 and $65 with the promotions that we're doing, if they can't do that, guys, they're not telling you no because they don't have the money. They're telling you no because they don't understand the value. So don't get confused. Don't get confused. So you may have to reiterate the value of what this company provides and what we're providing for them. Or if they're just flat ass dead broke, then they will go find the money, ask you how they can get involved because they want to change their current situation. So don't get confused. Don't let them tell you the lie. If $34.95 is too much money, they don't know